Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Regroup Show. My name is LJ Walker. I'm a real estate investor helping you realize your dreams of owning a home or investing in one. Well, today I'm actually going to be speaking to you guys about maintaining your homes. And this is really more for those of you who live in New York City. Recently, a new law was passed, Local Law 152, that is requiring all buildings, 3-family and up, to have their gas pipes inspected by a particular time. The time differs depending on what community, what district you're in. If you do not have those pipes inspected by a particular time, the penalty is $10,000. They will not give you an extension or anything of the sort. I was pretty upset about this because I personally do not remember even getting any type of message. The way I found out about it actually is through my neighbors. Two neighbors mentioned it in passing. And I said to them, look, I never received any kind of letter. They claimed that, one of them claimed that it came separately from the Department of Buildings, which I never got. And another letter, another person told me that they got it in addition to their Con Edison bill. Again, I don't recall ever seeing anything like that. So since more than one person came to me with it, what I did was I went ahead and I called 311 to see what was this all about. They claim that there's this new law just passed this year that states that you have to have a master plumber come out. They asked me for my address. I gave them my address, and they told me it was due June 30th. So I had been scrambling, trying to get myself a plumber, found a plumber, got the inspection done. And then there was an issue with the actual form that he was supposed to give to me. He put it in the mail, and it did not arrive at all. The reason why I know that there's no extension is because I asked them for one, and they said that the paperwork has to be done by June 30th. So my plumber had to scan the form in and email it to me in order for me to make that particular deadline and avoid the $10,000 fee penalty. And what's really terrible about how this is handled is that a lot of my neighbors also did not get that particular letter because we have our own little Facebook group. And the response that I received from one of them let me know that I was not alone as far as not being one that didn't get any notification. And according to them, their attitude is, them meaning the Department of Buildings, is whether you get the letter or you don't get the letter, you are still supposed to get the inspection, and you are still supposed to submit the inspection by whatever date your community board agreed to. So, since this is the case, my community board will hear from me shortly. In addition, the last piece that I forgot to mention is that this check has to be done every 4 years. Okay, so I am definitely marking this down on my calendar, all of my calendars, so that I won't be in such a pinch the next time this is due. So I apologize for those of you where your deadline had passed, because there are a few districts, District 9 in particular, where June 30th was the last day. For the rest of you, the last day will probably be December 30th. Basically, you get a plumber, master plumber. It can't be any old plumber. They fill out a GPS 1. When they're finished filling it out, after they do the inspection, you scan in that form, you go to the Department of Buildings, and you do a search for a GPS 2. You fill out that GPS 2 form, putting in the plumber's license number and attaching their form that they sent you, and then you in turn forward that to the Department of Buildings. So hopefully I have caught some of you on time so that you don't pay that hefty penalty, because God knows that many of us landlords and homeowners here in New York City, we have suffered enough. Okay? And again, I want to emphasize to you, this was an act that our community boards put forth. And it's not just District 9 or Community Board 9. It's all 5 boroughs. So I encourage you to also reach out to them as well. It's not going to stop you, of course, from you to get the inspection and pay a master plumber, but just whatever issues, grievances that you have, I suggest that you let it be known to them. My issue really more is the fact that they know that they did not properly notify many people. We didn't get a phone call, we didn't get an email, and we did not get a letter in the mail. So things like this, in my opinion, is unacceptable. And then for you to turn around and say, well, whether you get it or not, you still have to pay. Okay? And please reach out to your neighbors the same way my neighbors reached out to me, because your neighbors, they might not know either. And some of your neighbors may not be subscribed to my channel. They might not even be on the internet at all, or they may not be on YouTube. Please pass this message to them. I urge you, I encourage you. Well, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. Enjoy the rest of your week.